Alright, back with the classic Wave of Conviction Chieftain for 325. Definitely still not back up to its former glory, but honestly, pretty solid build. Very easy to gear, obviously a breeze to play, like Wave of Conviction always is. Some interesting things in this patch made it a little bit stronger than it was before, so I thought I would include that. We now have this node that war cries have infinite power, so we're going to take advantage of that with Infernal Cry giving us 25% physical damage as extra fire damage, which is a very good one for Wave of Conviction. And then Enduring Cry giving us 10% life regenerated per second is very nice as well. The other good thing, we want max res. We have 3 new percent max res easily available in the tree, so it's now extremely easy to reach 90 all res. One thing to note, I haven't included it because I don't usually like to include specific clusters on a league start thing, but I have. I did put it in the build just so you can see it. If we turn on this, war cries have a very good medium cluster notable. They have 2 really good ones. So one giving onslaught and the other giving 100% chance for getting a charge. I say 100% because our war cries have infinite power, and in the war cries go up to 25, but 5 times 25 or over 100 chance to get enduring frenzy power, so can then tick frenzy. So we get a very healthy damage boost if we get this cluster. Obviously you need to drop points elsewhere, so maybe somewhere in here, like here. That keeps you back at 90, yeah. So not necessary and not assumed that we have it, but it is a nice little damage boost when we do. Need to turn frenzy off. Should cover the configuration. So I have Magmatic Strikes active off, and then I just have the average here. We're not doing ignites or anything, so there's no point in having it turned on and looking at the max hit. But 4 seconds in 14, we have 30% fizz as extra fire, which averages about to 8.6. Anything else I wanted to cover? If you followed this channel, you know this build well. Functions exactly the same as it always has. Just sort of runs through. You're getting gem levels on the gear. It's weaker on physical damage taken. Our damage hit, even with Cloak of Flame, is not all that impressive. Although if you go back in time, that would be considered very strong. But we can't go back in time. So this may be a bit, I mean, not bad anymore, but more average because Determination got nerfed. I do have like a low tier Venter's Gamble on just because I needed a tiny bit of mana reservation still, and I thought that was probably the most reasonable way to get it. So it is a tier 4 unique after all, so relatively common. Doager's Damning for the extra curse. Obviously Cloak of Flame is a little bit more rare now, it's tier 3, but this is how I usually present this build, and it's the most logical. Body armor before like the really good ones, of course, like Brass Dome or Lightning Coil or something like that. So obviously before you have it, you can just use a good rare. Eye of Malice, not necessary, but does give us a bit more damage since we do have 2 curses going with flammability and elemental weakness. I don't think there's too much to add. Like most builds now that do physical damage, I'm doing this Herald of Purity, Guardian's Blessing, Haste combination, which does give us a bit more damage and a bit more move speed, which is nice. I don't know. I love this build so much that there's a chance that if I play this anyway, because I really enjoy playing Wave of Conviction. But in any case, for those of you that like to follow this one, this is my iteration for 3.25. Yeah, Icros out.